Today's podcast is brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. When it comes to home and auto insurance, it's important to have the right coverage from a company and an agent you can trust. Someone who will help you properly protect the people and things you love the most. So if the unexpected happens, you and your family can rest insured. To request a free quote, find your local KFB insurance agent at mykfbagent.com. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment. This is Down the Backroads. I'm Tim Thornberry, editor of the Kentucky Farm Bureau News. Changes in life don't come easy. Just before entering the 5th grade, my family moved, and in doing so, changed my school district. I went from a small country school with barely 100 total students to the city school with 4 times as many classmates. To say the least, it was scary for me. I'd grown up accustomed to my little country school. My bus driver knew each one of the passengers by name. And there was Miss Gillis, the lunchroom lady, who always gave me a little extra on spaghetti day. And there was my dear Miss McCown, who was the teacher's aide for every teacher, all 6 of them. She was such a blessing to those teachers and the students. Even Mrs. Hawkins, our principal, was like a second mother to us, tough when she needed to be, but always ready with a hug or a pat on the head. I loved that place and was terrified to leave it. But I had little to say in that change and did my best to be strong on that first day in my new classroom. To be honest, I had to fight back tears on many occasions at first. But after a few weeks, I met new friends, learned my new bus driver's name, and found the lunches to be quite good, even though my Miss Gillis wasn't there. That was the first of many life changes I would face, and each time it was a little scary. But in many cases, the change was unavoidable, and often it was for the best. I suppose we all go through a period of uncertainty when something we have grown so accustomed to changes for whatever the reason. Whether it be a new house, a new job, a new town, or even a new crop. Making any change doesn't seem to come without some apprehension. I would guess that is just human nature. And no matter how uneasy it made me feel, I've found that new opportunities have usually come from it. For instance, the first real job I ever had was hard to give up, even though I'd grown restless with it. By the time I had completed my 16th year there, I'd also been granted the opportunity to further my education. I'd started a freelance photojournalism business, and I'd prepared myself for the next step career-wise, even though at the time I didn't realize that's what I was doing. In hindsight, moving on and making that change was the best thing that could have happened to me. It actually changed my life. But it was tough to leave something that was a constant for so long. Taking a leap of faith is often a terrifying event, but regretting not making the change when opportunities come along somehow seems more troublesome. I have found that while my life's path may have taken several different twists and turns over the years, I've always ended up moving in the right direction as I've traveled down the back road.